I fear no man. But that thing, it scares me. Hello everyone, my name is Chip, and it is no secret that I do not like Yorion as a companion in mono white death and taxes lists. And this is because I have always felt Yorion's companion cost, which is to add 20 additional cards to our deck, makes the deck relatively inconsistent. However, I recently did very well with a singleton taxes deck. And by very well, I mean I went positive. So you know what, I'm going to give Yorion another go. Because I might be wrong, and I'm always happy to be wrong. And so, here's the deck list. We're using Spirited Companion alongside our Urza Saga engine and Stoneforge Mystic to hopefully add some more consistency in that we will lose with having the extra 20 cards. The additional card draw is nice, and being able to search for our silver bullets is also pretty nice. Unfortunately, we are running a lot of basic planes, but I think that comes with running Yorion if you're not in the mood to run a bunch of legendary lands. Now, we'll leave a full deck list down in the description, and while you're checking that out, if you do enjoy this video, please be sure to leave it a like. That lets me know this is more of the content you'd like to see. And also, if you're new here and not subscribed, hello there, my name is Chip. Really don't like Yorion and Death and Taxes, so I've got a lot of videos of 60 card Death and Taxes. If that's what you like, click one of those. With all that said, let's get on with some games.
Round 1.
Alrighty, let's reveal our Yorion. I think we can keep this hand. Urza Saga from our opponent. Okay, into an Amulet of Vigor. Okay, Amulet Titan. This matchup, from my experience, is basically not winnable. Plains into Giver of Runes then. Pass the turn there. Urza Saga doing its thing. Turn Timber. Tapped, so it'll untap. They're just passing. Okay, so that means Urza Saga is going to go away. So let's go Plains Stoneforge Mystic. Let's get ourselves a Kaldra. Pass the turn there. No attacks. Urza Saga goes up to 3 for them. They're tapping it for mana. They get another copy of Amulet. And another Urza Saga. Okay, this is bad. Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Okay. And they're just passing while they're stuck on 2 lands. Okay. Flickerwisp is good. So Hall of Heliod's Generosity. We're going to run out Esper Sentinel here. And then we're going to activate Stoneforge. Put Kaldra into play. Go to combat and swing in with the Kaldra. Alright, our opponent takes it. We're just going to pass it there. Urza Saga ticking up. Opponent plays a Gruul Turf. Okay. This is going to give them the 6 mana they need for a Titan. There's a Primetime. Okay, Primetime searches. Thalia West and a Simic Growth Chamber. So let's Solitude the Dryad now. Okay, Dryad down. They get all their untapped triggers. Okay, get 6 mana. Arboreal Grazer. Rough. Gruul Turf. Make a bunch of mana. Return the Gruul Turf to hand. Transmutes Thalia West. For a Summoner's Pact. Casts the Summoner's Pact. Do they pay for our Esper Sentinel? They don't. And we hit a Touch the Spirit Realm, which can answer a Titan. They get another Titan. Okay. They get a Valakut and a Handweir Battlements. This will give them haste, which means they get another 2 lands. Eesh. So both Titans will have haste, which means there'll be another 2 lands coming out of the deck. Getting pretty gross. This is getting pretty gross. Maybe we shouldn't have attacked with the Kaldra. Swinging with both, we're just going to take it. What's the worst that could happen? All right, Boseiju and a Gruul Turf. So that's not a Thalia West off the first one. I'm not sure if I should be thankful or not. All right, they do a whole bunch of untapping. They bounce the Boseiju, which answers our Touch the Spirit Realm, which is a problem. Second Primeval Titan. What are you getting? Radiant Fountain and a Simic Growth Chamber. I see. Okay, so then, I mean, we'll block one of it and give pro green. Now we go to our turn. Skyclave is not helpful. Horizon Canopy. There's not a lot else we've got going on. They have to pay 4 mana. They have plenty of lands to do that. I don't think getting fancy with Flickerwisp is going to fix that. Yeah. So do we just run out the Flickerwisp, target our plains? This gives us a Touch the Spirit Realm. Activation. I don't hate it. Cast Flickerwisp. Target our plains. Do we swing in for 2 here? No. Just pass. I'm playing this game as if we're dead already. Alright, they have to pay for Summoner's Pact. They pay for it easily. Urza Saga ticking up. They're tapping it for mana. Gets another Amulet of Vigor. Plays a Simic Growth Chamber. Taps that for a bunch of mana. Turn Timber Symbiosis. Okay, are you letting us draw, opponent? Sure aren't. Alright, Turn Timber Symbiosis hits. That's the big guy. Cultivator Colossus. Alright, let's see what happens. Vesuva makes a Valakut. That's them done, I think. Bunch of Amulet triggers. Let's just yield to these for now. They are making approximately a bajillion mana, turn a bunch of lands to their hand, Summoner's Pact, yep, gets themselves the Dryad, okay, plays out the Dryad, Handweir Battlements, gives their big guy haste. I don't think we can even survive combat, unfortunately. Maybe just. All right, they let all the mana go. So they go to combat. Primeval Titans will get their lands. Valakut, putting the Valakut triggers on the stack last. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, well now that they have the entire screen filled with the stack, this is going to get very tricky. So now I touch the Spirit Realm, the Dryad, so they don't control 5 mountains. All of these Valakut triggers will no longer exist, and then the other Primeval Titan will do its thing. Now I'm going to hit something on my microphone. Got it. All right, bunch of amulet triggers. Let's go to blocks. Let's block the Cultivator so we can prevent enough damage from one of these to survive for now. So let's give, what is the highest upside? Let's give Stoneforge Pro Green, and I guess hope they don't have a land in hand. So we're exiling the Colossus. We traded with the Titan. We are on 2 life. Oh, this is not pretty. All right, back comes their Dryad. In the end step though. So we get to play our Urza Saga, Skyclave Apparition, take out the Dryad, pass the turn there, and we need to put a stop in our upkeep. All right, let's see what happens. They have to pay 4 for the Summoner's Pact. They've drawn a lot of cards in their library, so we're basically dead to a Dryad. Although another Hasty Prime Time would also do it. Urza Saga ticking up. Ah, that's the Dryad. Okay, well, we'll just scoop it up to that because they just attack with the Prime Time and hit us with the lance. Ah, dearie, 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 dearie. All right, I don't know. Seal of Cleansing, I guess. None of the other stuff really does anything, does it? Pithing Needle, maybe? I don't think so. All right, Seal of Cleansings. I think we cut a Relic and we cut a Lion Sash in this matchup. Let's go first. Reveal our Yorion. Well, this hand's unkeepable. Mulligan. I guess this is okay. We can keep. We can loop the Seal of Cleansing, I guess. I mean, we can loop. We've got all of our loops here, actually. Have the Spinning Wheel of Doom. So what do we put on the bottom? I think it's Spirited Companion. Okay, let's go Plains into Esper Sentinel, past the turn there. Forest from our opponent. Into an Arboreal Grazer. Gross. Puts a Valakut into play. Okay, then let's go to our turn. Flickerwisp is okay. We're just going to play Horizon Canopy and run out Seal of Cleansing now. Pass the turn there. Turn Timber from our opponent. They are passing the turn. Ghost Quarter is good. So now we get to play Expedition Map. Pass the turn there. No attacks. Beseju on my Ghost Quarter. Why though? They don't want me Ghost Quartering something? I guess they're going to play a bounce land next turn. It's fine. Let's tap that for mana. Let's get ourselves a Plains. Do we activate the Expedition Map now? I think we do. Get ourselves a Hall of Heliod's Generosity. Pass the turn there. There it is. Simic Growth Chamber. Bounces a land. No attacks and passes. So they have the Beseju, which can actually destroy our Hall, and we have no way to get back. It's a problem. Solitude's nice. So I think we run out Flickerwisp, take out the Turn Timber. I guess we have to run out the Hall, pass the turn there, no attacks. Okay, and now we have Solitude and Hall of Heliod's Generosity with Touched Spirit Realm in our hand, so we can Solitude everything they play. They're just passing, go to our turn. Another Seal of Cleansing is nice. So let's go to combat, attack for 4. Yep, they block one of it, we hit them. I think we just pass the turn there. Handweir Battlements, they're passing the turn. Let's also pass. Flickerwisp is good, let's go to combat. Swing in for 4, they block one of it, pass the turn there. Another Simic Growth Chamber. Okay. I would like another land. There it is. Tectonic Edge. That's a good one too. Let's go to combat. Swing in for 4. Yep, they block one of it. Let's just Tech Edge them now. Pass the turn there. Tireless Tracker. Okay. Forest. Sure. Gets a clue. Let's cast Solitude, exiling our Flickerwisp. Let's target that Tireless Tracker. They didn't even crack the clue in response. Let's touch the Spirit Realm on our Solitude. All right, let's go to the end step. Solitude's going to return. We'll take out the Grazer, go to our turn. We just want to draw, I think. Yeah, that's a land. That's what we wanted. Play Ghost Quarter, go to combat, and opponent scoops it up there. Very nice. All right, Hall of Heliod's Generosity gets it done. I guess we just run it back again. They're going first this time. I mean, look, we took one game down. I'm happy with that. Let's reveal Yorion. Yeah, this is a hand that does it. Let's keep Forest from our opponent. Into an Arboreal Grazer. Okay, into another Forest. Not the fastest of starts for them. Let's go to our turn. Another land's pretty good, actually. So Plains into Esper Sentinel. Pass the turn there. Radiant Fountain from our opponent. Okay, into the Amulet. Are you paying the 1, opponent? They are. Cool. No attacks and passes. bounces. I think we just play Tectonic Edge and pass. So now if our opponent plays a bounce land, we can really punish them. Opponent straight up choosing not to play a land. That's good for us. Go to our turn. Another Esper Sentinel's nice. So planes, do we run out Giver of Runes here or Esper Sentinel? Let's go Giver of Runes. Pass the turn there. Gruul Turf. Untap trigger on the stack. We're going to pop it. Only real thing we can do. Opponent taps the Radiant Fountain in response for some reason. I guess they have to bounce that land back to hand. Summoner's Pact. Okay. Get ourselves an Eater of Virtue. Azusa. So something we can't destroy with our current stuff. Simic Growth Chamber. Gross. Untaps it. Taps it. What do they bounce? The Simic Growth Chamber. And opponent scoops it up there. Can't win. That match is meant to be unwinnable, but we won. Oh dear. All right, so the Heliod loops definitely were what they scooped to in the last one, and we have this Seal of Cleansing. So if they'd managed to get a Dryad, we pop it with the Seal of Cleansing, and we have Touch the Spirit Realm and Flickerwisp. So when they replayed the bounce land, we could Flickerwisp it. They have to return another land to hand, and then we touch the Spirit Realm, the Flickerwisp, and they have to return it to hand the next turn. So hopefully that gets them. But damn, okay, that was good. I think so. What, they could play 2 additional lands. They'd already played a land, so then they played the Simic. They'd played that. They'd tapped it for mana, and they bounced it, which then meant they only had 1 land left, which meant they couldn't pay for the Summoner's Pact. So that's how we got them. They mucked up. If they'd returned to the forest, then they could have replayed the forest and it would have been good. But yeah, we got them. Okay. I'm happy with that. That's surprising. All right. Good game 1.
Round 2.
All right, round 2, and we've lost the die roll. Let's reveal our Yorion. Hand's a bit slow. I'm going to keep anyways, because even though it's slow, it's quite powerful. Opponent plays a forest into an Arbor Elf. To our turn. Ghost Quarter. Going to play Plains. Pass. Den of the Bugbear. Blood Moon. Okay, that turns off our Urza Saga. That's fine. Go to our turn. Plains. Thalia. So it could be Ponza, I guess. Stomping Ground, which is a mountain. Yuri. Evoked. Okay, they need to take out Thalia here. It's a bit rough on us. All right, they do deal 4 damage to it, and it is going to go away. Tapping and untapping a forest, 4 mana. Madcap Experiment into what? Platinum Empyrean.
Bloody hell!
Let's go to our turn. Aether Vial ain't great. So what if we went Plains Skyclave, take out the Arbor Elf? I think is the play. Pass the turn there. Windswept Mountain from our opponent. Chandra, Torch of Defiance. Pretty gross. Ticks it down on our Skyclave though. Okay. Swings in for 8. So we're going to have to take it, unfortunately. Go to our turn. Opponent is empty-handed though. So let's run out Horizon Mountain. Play Aether Vial. Skyclave Apparition. Take out Chandra. Pass the turn there. Forest from our opponent. Okay. Swing in for 8. I will block. Platinum Empyrean. Takes another casualty. Go to my turn. Aether Vial ticking up. Thalia's cool. So Ghost Quarter, Thalia, Flickerwisp, take out the 4/4. Pass the turn there. Another copy of Blood Moon. Okay.
Now there are 2 of them.
Just swinging in for 8. Let's block with Thalia. Go to my turn. We've got plenty of removal for this guy. We just need to draw it. Aether Vial will tick up to 2. Another Urza Saga. Ain't great. Let's grab Yorion. Pass the turn there. Mountain from our opponent. Okay. I think we take it this turn. Go to our turn. Let's tick Aether Vial up to 3. Punished with the Spirited Companion. I guess we run out Spirited Companion here. Draw a card. Giver of Runes is good. Let's run out Giver of Runes. Pass the turn there. Need them to whiff for a little while, but maybe we can get ahead of this. Fury would be brutal. Swings in for 8. So what do we block with? Is it just Flickerwisp here? I think it's got to be Spirited Companion. We can stop that thing attacking soon. We just need to draw the right cards. Do we tick up this Aether Vial? No. Rewarded. So then let's cast Yorion. No blinking. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a mountain. Stomp on my Giver of Runes. Activate Aether Vial. Let's put Flickerwisp into play. Flickerwisp will target the Giver of Runes. And then Giver of Runes will give Yorion protection from colorless. And now Stomp will go to the graveyard. All right. Giver of Runes comes back. Aether Vial, it can stay on 3. Ghost Mountain, pass the turn, I guess. Now it's just kind of a race to see who can draw into what first. If they draw into damage first, we lose. And maybe we can do something. All right, Arbor Elf is not damage. No attacks and they pass. Aether Vial staying on 3. Plains ain't great. Pass the turn there. No attacks. Utopia Sprawl on their forest, so they get to draw. Oh no, that one doesn't draw. Okay. All right, that's a relief. They pass to us. Come on, something that deals with this Platinum Empyrean, please. And preferably gains life, but I'm not greedy. There it is. Let's pass the turn. Opponent's paying costs. What is it? It's a Ren and 6. Okay. Ticks down on us. Sure. Just passes in the end step. Going to cast Solitude. Take out the platinum. Go to my turn. Aether Vial will stay on 3. Oh, another one. That's great. Okay. So then let's go to combat. Let's attack them with Solitude. Attack Ren and 6 with a Flickerwisp. Attack them with a Yorion. And attack them with a Flickerwisp, I think. Sure, let's do it that way. All right, double blocking. Yep, let's block like that. Let's give pro green. Take out both their creatures. Back up to 5. I feel a little bit more secure. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a land and passes. Okay, so they're pretty close to dead. So we don't need to rush out this Solitude right now. Let's say no on our Aether Vial. Lion Sash, pretty good. Win the game good. Get an extra 3 power on something. Shouldn't say no. Lion Sash. Let's reconfigure it onto the Solitude. Go to combat. Attack. No blocks from our opponent. And opponent scoops it up there. Very nice. All right. Very happy with how that went. So for this matchup, we bring in the Sanctifiers and the Seal of Cleansings and the Burrenton Forge-Tenders. Relics could be good though. Our Pithing Needle could be good as well for the Chandras. And then so I guess the question is, what do we code down? I think we cut Eater of Virtue. Expedition map, they're a Blood Moon list. Flickerwisp isn't great in the face of Ren and 6, and the same logic goes for Thalia, so we'll go down to 1 Thalia, hey? And I think we run it back like that. Let's reveal the Yorion. 1 lander. Do have interaction in the form of Solitude. Opponent's going first, and they are a Blood Moon deck.
Don't try it.
Let's keep Forest into an Arbor Elf, and they pass. Okay. Let's go to our turn. Plains. Sanctifier. Okay. Horizon Canopy into Esper Sentinel. And I think we just get rid of the Arbor Elf now. Pass the turn there. Den of the Bugbear into another copy of Arbor Elf. Well, maybe if we'd saved it, if we drew the land, we could have done the double Solitude trick. Go to our turn. Land. Hey, it is a land. Not mad. Ghost Quarter. Stoneforge Mystic. Sure. Yep. Let's get highest upsides. Kaldra. Batterskull's pretty good. Let's get Batterskull in case they Blood Moon. Swinging for 1 with the Esper Sentinel. They're taking it. Pass the turn there. Windswept Heath. They crack it. Stomping Ground. Tapped. And they're just untapping it with Arbor Elf. It's Blood Moon. Seasoned Pyromancer. Okay. Discarding and drawing. What are you discarding? Platinum Imperion and a Stomping Ground. Okay, so they have plenty of lands. I would like plenty of lands. Fury to wipe my board. Okay. Fortunately, it is an Evoked Fury, and they only have 1 card in hand, so maybe Ghost Quartering ourselves for a Sanctifier isn't a bad move. All right, there goes Esper Sentinel and Stoneforge Mystic. Let's go to our turn. Plains? Aether Vial's pretty good. Let's just run that out and pass. We probably should have risked it by paying the life. I think that might have been better. Insulates us a bit more against Blood Moon. Okay, Clothis is fine. It hurts, but it's fine. They swing in for 4. We're just going to take it down to 14. Go to our turn. Aether Vial ticking up. Give of Runes is good. I'm really tempted just to get a Sanctifier down now. I think we can wait. Just pass the turn there. Clothis doing its thing. Eats our Solitude. Yep, we're down to 12. Wooded Foothills. They crack it. Down to 20. Forest. Chandra. Untapping the Forest. Just activating Den of the Bugbear. Sure, I'll kill it. They get themselves a mountain. Go to combat. And they swing in. Let's activate Aether Vial. Put Giver of Runes into play. Go to blockers. We're going to take that elemental token. Go to our turn. Aether Vial ticking up. Land, please. I'll take it. Play out the Aether Vial, pass the turn there. Man, we're really playing this game on hard mode, aren't we?
Now everyone knows why.
All right, they're taking our Esper Sentinel. We're down to 7. They go to combat, and they're swinging with a Seasoned Pyro. Let's activate Aether Vial, Sanctifier into play. Let's nuke their graveyard of their Fury. Ancient Grudge on my Aether Vial. Probably a bit late opponent, but sure. Ancient Grudge does not get to be flashback, which is awesome. Go to blockers. Let's take out the Seasoned Pyro. Okay, let's go to my turn. Aether Vial ticking up. Plains is great. Let's play the Plains. I think we're the aggro now. Let's swing in for 2. Take it down to 20. Pass the turn there. Clothis is going to keep hitting us, unfortunately. They take our Stoneforge Mystic. We're down to 5. It's getting close. I need something. Man, this game would have gone really differently if I had grabbed a Shadowspear instead of the Batterskull. All right, they're tapping and untapping lands. Anger of the Gods. Let's try and give Sanctifier pro green. Okay. Cycling of Forgotten Caves. Okay. And they're passing to us. Okay. Aether Vial is ticking up. Spirited Companion's not bad. Let's activate Aether Vial, put the Spirited Companion into play, draw a card. That is Stoneforge. So let's go to combat, swing in for 2, and we need to put a stop in our upkeep. Pass the turn there. All right, they eat our Aether Vial. We're down to 3. And they drew the bolt. Yeah, nothing we can really do about that, unfortunately. Sometimes they just get you, especially when you keep one lander. Bad hand to keep. All right, let's go again. Pretty happy with that. Do I want anything else? They might have taken out the Blood Moons, in which case I'm pretty happy to risk it and trim 1 relic for an expedition map. Run it back like that. Let's go. Should have grabbed Lion Sash, I think, with the Stoneforge. This is a good hand. We're going to keep Plains into Esper Sentinel. Pass the turn there. Wooded Foothills. They crack it immediately. Get themselves a forest. Utopia Sprawl giving us a card. It's another Aether Vial. Not bad. What do we draw? Giver of Runes is nice. So let's go Plains. Do we just run out double Aether Vial? I think so. Or we could just run out of Giver Runes because you clicked the wrong card chip. That's all right. Aether Vial as well. Swing in for 1. This definitely turns on their Fury if they've got one, but needs must. Take it down to 18, pass 10 there. Windswept Heath, they crack it. Stomping Ground, untapped. Anger of the Gods, giving us another card. Okay, I'm all about it. Horizon Canopy. But yeah, if we'd gone double Aether Vial, we wouldn't have had that problem, but they also probably wouldn't have played Anger of the Gods. Looked like they were trying to pay costs there, so I guess they might have a Fury and they accidentally clicked it. We don't have any creatures right now, so I think we're okay. Aether Vial taken up. Or maybe they've got the Destroy 2 artifacts. Tectonic Edge. Let's use Tectonic Edge to run out another Aether Vial and pass the turn there. Is it Force of Vigor, I think? Forgotten Caves, enters tapped. Ancient Grudge on my Aether Vial. Okay, you got it. Ancient Grudge on my other Aether Vial. So do I care about that or do I want to keep Touch the Spirit Realm? I think I'll just let him have it. I've got plenty of lands. I'm happy to play at sorcery speed. Let's go to my turn. Hall of Heliod's Generosity is pretty good. Let's lead on Horizon Canopy and I think we just get Yorion to hand here. Pass the turn there. Stomping Ground, untapped. Madcap Experiment gets them their Platinum Empyrean. Go to my turn. What do I draw? Cloudsteel Kirin could be good. So I think I'm playing Horizon Canopy. Casting Touch the Spirit Realm, taking out that Platinum Empyrean, passing the turn there. Chandra, Torch of Defiance, we have the answer in hand. Ticking it up for mana. What's coming down? A Seasoned Pyro. Okay. They make 2 tokens. Windswept Heath as well. So then let's go to my turn. What do we draw? Plains is great. Okay. So let's take out Chandra and then let's run out a Cloudsteel Kirin and pass the turn there. Unfortunately, this leaves us pretty vulnerable to a Fury being cast, but again, needs must. Cracking the Windswept Heath, Wooded Foothills. I'm hoping their last card is not exactly Fury. It's an Ancient Grudge. Okay, that's all right. That's okay. Swings in for 2. You know what? Let's block. Well, hang on. So Yorion's going to blink the Skyclave Apparition anyway, and then we can take the Seasoned Pyro, and then Yorion can stone... Yeah, we're not going to block right now, because we can stonewall the 4-4. I'm not worried about the 4-4 at all. Opponent's empty-handed. Then we're just going to start getting it in the air. All right, down to 16. Go to our turn. What do we draw? Esper Sentinel's good. Let's run out Esper Sentinel. Let's run out Yorion. Blink our Skyclave. Opponent's going to get a 4-4. All right, now they're casting Ancient Grudge on the Esper Sentinel. Sure. Go to the end step. Skyclave's going to come back and we're going to take out the Seasoned Pyro. Cool. Pass the turn there. Opponent's attacking with the Illusion, which means they have a removal spell for the Yorion in hand. We're going to win this race, so we're not going to attack. We're not going to block. Down to 10. Go to my turn. What do I draw? Plains. Let's crack a Horizon Canopy to draw. We can get a better draw than that. That's a good one. That is a good one. So let's play the Plains. Let's run out Stoneforge Mystic. Let's get Shadowspear. Cast the Shadowspear. Attempt to equip it to the Yorion. Go to combat. Attack for 5. Lifelinking Trample. That hits. Back up to 14. Opponent's down to 6. Pass the turn there. Opponent's paying costs. Stomp on the Skyclave. Okay. They get a 3/3 illusion. Casts the Bone Crusher Giant. Swings in for a lot. We're going to block with the Stoneforge, stopping 4 of that damage. Down to 11. Okay. Go to our turn. We get 2 draws. Draw number 1. Probably the best one we could have got. Hall of Heliod's Generosity. Let's run out Kaldra. And opponent scoops it up there. Yes! Oh! All right. Yorion won us that game. I will admit, Yorion won us that game. It was really good. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm having fun. So we got to do Hall of Heliod's Generosity loops in the last one. We got to potentially do them in this one. We never got to have them go off, but they were there. So, oh, this is so good. I'm having a great time with this list.
Round 3.
Alrighty, round 3, and we've lost the die roll. Let's reveal the Yorion. Nothing revealed from our opponent. We have plays though. Eater of Virtue turns everything into a threat that we draw as well. I'm going to keep. Alright, they're leading on Mishra's Bauble, looking at their top card, deciding if they want to fetch or not. Flooded Strand, they are fetching. Ooh la la. Steam Vents, untapped. Go to my turn. Alright, Relic might be good against like a Murktide list actually. Spirited Companion's very good as well. So let's go Plains, run out Relic. Opponent considers in response, keeps the card on top. In the end step, I will just make them exile a card now. Pass it there. Breeding Pool, untapped. Okay. This is like Goyf Murktide maybe. Solitude's cool. So let's play Tectonic Edge. And I'm pretty happy just passing the turn after activating Relic here because I've got Solitude and Touch the Spirit Realm in hand. So at instant speed, I can muck around with my opponent's stuff. So let's exile a card from their graveyard. They consider again. They keep the card on top again. This time they ditch the land, keeping the consider in there. Okay. Scalding Tarn into a Ragavan. Okay. Let's just pass the turn there. Skyclave Apparition's cool. Let's play Horizon Canopy. Let's run out Eater of Virtue. Opponent's cracking the Scalding Tarn now. Let's cast Solitude, ditching a Spirited Companion. That worked. Let's target the Ragavan. And yeah, let's blink our Solitude here. All right. Ragavan goes away. Steam Vents enters untapped, countering the Eater of Virtue. Okay. Now let's exile that counterspell from their graveyard. So we did that in response to their fetch so they couldn't counter the Solitude. And now our Solitude will return. There's no targets to take back. Spire Bluff Canal from our opponent. Yep. Unholy Heat. No worries. Tarmogoyf. They're passing the turn to us. Lion Sash is cool, but not yet. So let's run out Skyclave, take out the Tarmogoyf.
Get over here!
Take a card out of their graveyard, pass the turn there. So yeah, it's Murktide with Goyf's Dragon's Rage Channeler. Yep, pass the turn there. Backup Wisp is nice. Let's just cast Flickerwisp, see what happens. Opponent has the counter spell. Let's make them exile a card from their graveyard now. So they've got instant land and artifact. I think we can attack here. Yep, take it down to 12, pass the turn there. Last card might just be a Murktide. Expressive Iteration, okay. Consider to the bin from the Surveil. Lightning Bolt enters the exile zone. Sure. Bolting my Skyclave. Getting themselves a 2-2. And then they swing in for 3. Passing the turn there. Land. Stoneforge. That's pretty cool. Stoneforge Mystic. Let's just grab Batterskull here. Make them exile. Stop in their upkeep. Let's pop it to draw now. Just in case they have a Murktide in hand. Hey, we hit a Solitude. That's great. Lightning Bolt. Targets my Stoneforge. Okay. Throws a Dragon's Rage to the bin. Swings in for 3. I'm just going to take it now. Go to my turn, play Horizon Canopy, run out Lion Sash. Now we just have to pass. It's this weird game where we have to hope they don't have a bolt. Archmage's Charm to draw 2 cards. So we'll let them surveil to land. Let's eat the land, eat the Dragon's Rage Channeler. Pass the turn there. Lightning Bolt. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it was exactly Lightning Bolt we didn't want to see. Oh well, bye-bye. Scalding Tarn. They're going to crack it. So 3 card types. Okay. Dashing a Ragavan. Sure. It's 5. We're dead to a Bolt. Solitude ditching Wisp. Let's take out Ragavan. Going to take 3 down to 5. Opponent has 1 card in hand. Tarmogoyf. Okay. So if we draw a land, we can run out this Batterskull. What do we draw? Shadowspear doesn't do it. So we need to draw. That's the land. We were 1 off. If we'd let the Ragavan hit us, we would have got there. All right, they got us, I think. Damn, that was close. Heck of a game 1. Well, now we get Sanctifiers, another Relic, and Burringtons. Do we want the Grafdigger's Cage? I don't think so. Now, I think in this matchup, we treat the Spirited Companions as if they're getting upgraded to the Burringtons and the Sanctifiers, which then makes sideboarding easy, and then we can just swap out maybe a Cloudsteel Kirin, run it back like that. It's pretty clean boarding, actually. We got very close with that one. Let's go first. Reveal our Yorion. Let's keep this hand. Let's go Plains and Relic of Progenitus. Pass the turn there. That resolved very quickly, so no Force of Negation in their hand. Steam Vents, untapped. Ragavan.
He's a menace.
Let's go to my turn. Tectonic Edge. Do we run out Thalia or Stoneforge here? I think we run out Thalia. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Scalding Tarn. They crack the Scalding Tarn. We're going to make them exile it now. They search up a breeding pool down to 15, and then they lightning bolt the Thalia. Yep, goes to combat, swings in for 2. We'll take 2. Solitude. Okay, so that's a dead card for them. Casting the Bauble, looking at our top card. Let's go to our turn. Another Wisp. Let's make them exile a card. Get rid of the Bolt. So Tectonic Edge, Stoneforge Mystic. We could just grab Shadowspear here, which might be good enough, but if we get... So they're probably going to kill it so they can get him with the Ragavan. So what if we just grab Lion Sash? Let's grab Batterskull. Pass the turn there. And then this way we can even just block the Ragavan if we want. But I think we take the hit if they don't kill it. Yeah, no, they kill it. Okay. Ragavan swings in. Just going to take it. Down to 16. They get a treasure. They took a plains off the top of our deck, which hurts because we kind of wanted that. Steam Vents. Untapped. Go to our turn. Let's cast Solitude, getting rid of Wisp. And it counterspells that. Of course they do. Let's make them exile a card now. Get rid of the Lightning Bolt. Let's try for a Stoneforge. They crack both the treasures for another copy of Counterspell, which wouldn't be possible if Ragavan didn't exist. We truly live in the worst timeline. I'm gonna pop the Relic now. Eater of Virtue off the top. Okay, pass the turn there. Well, I'm glad I got that off the top because they would absolutely cast that and put it on Ragavan. All right, they swing in 4-2. What do they hit? A Plains. Okay, kind of wanted that. Kind of glad they hit it as well. Expressive Iteration. Flooded Strand. They play it. Get Bauble out of exile. Look at their own top card to decide if they want to fetch or not. Looks like they don't. Go to our turn. Ghost Quarter's actually kind of helpful. Alright, let's run out Eater of Virtue. I guess we just pass the turn there. Crack their Flooded Strand. Breeding Pool tapped. They swing in for 2. Take it down to 12. Take a Horizon Canopy off the top of our deck. Would have liked that. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Tarmogoyf. They pass to us, holding up 3 mana. That's enough for an Archmage's Charm. So we'll play Horizon Canopy. It is enough for an Archmage's Charm, isn't it? So what if I took them off Archmage's Charm mana? Just passing through this phase. They've tapped it for mana. Okay, it's gone. Awesome. Cast Flickerwisp. Cracking both treasures because why on earth wouldn't they have a counter spell? Played around an Archmage's Charm. Couldn't play around a counter spell. Ditch an Unholy Heat. Pass the turn there. They have 10 damage on board, so we're dead, I think. Yeah, there's nothing that gets us out of this. I hate Ragavan and I just want it banned. I see no reason why a card that gets you ahead should keep getting you ahead every turn. And it gets to play with your cards as well. Like, I don't want it to play. I don't want my, like, I'm scared to play in paper because I don't want anyone touching my cards. And nah, I'm over it. So what, they played Ragavan turn 1 and then we just couldn't do anything? Like, we didn't cast spells. Cast a lot of spells. Just couldn't get there. So yeah, in short, I hope everyone buys a playset of Ragavans and plays it so then it gets banned because I am sick of seeing this thing. Even if it's not overpowered, I'm just sick of seeing it. And it just makes games so unpleasant like that one.
Round 4.
All right, round 4. Let's go first. Reveal our Yorion. Let's keep this hand. Opponent does not reveal a companion. Plains and pass. Swamp from our opponent into an Inquisition. So this is probably Stoneforge going away. Yep, Stoneforge down. Let's go to our turn. Let's play the Old Plains and Spirited Companion. Draw ourselves a card. Aether Vial. That's great. Pass the turn there. Swamp. Expedition map, and they're passing. So that means they're probably on a Saga package too. So Urza's Saga, cast Touch the Spirit Realm, take out the Expedition map, go to combat, swing in for 1, pass the turn there. Cabal Coffers, Profane Tutor to the Exile Zone. So it's a Cabal Coffers deck. I don't know how to fight that. All right, Urza's Saga ticking up. We'll play a Plains and we'll run out an Aether Vial. Go to combat and attack for 1. Pass the turn there. Profane Tutor ticking down. Urborg, cool. Golos, okay. Cascading Cataracts. It's getting a little gross, isn't it? Let's make a construct here. Go to our turn. Aether Vial will tick up. Urza's Saga will tap for mana. We're going to get an Expedition map, which we're going to crack. Get ourselves a Tectonic Edge. Run out the Tectonic Edge. Take out the Cabal Coffers. Pass the turn there. Profane Tutor comes off suspend. Opponent gets to tutor up whatever they want. we're never going to see it. Yeah, another copy of Cabal Coffers. Figured as much. So I think they use the Cabal Coffers to make a bunch of mana, which then they put into Cascading Cataracts for Golos. That is my suspicion. Go to our turn. Tick up that Aether Vial. Plains might be good. Let's run out Spirited Companion. Draw a card. Flagstones isn't bad. It's not great. It's just not bad. Let's pass the turn there. No attacks. Swamp from our opponent. Activates Cabal Coffers. Gets 6 mana. Activates Cascading Cataracts. Gets a bunch of mana. Thoughtseize. Let's activate Aether Vial. Thalia into play. Wisp would be the card I would take here. They take the Kaldra. Okay. So they can activate Golos. Choosing not to. Okay. Just passing the turn to us. Thank you very much. Aether Vial ticking up to 3. Relic of Progenitus. Let's play Plains. Let's run out Relic now. Let's pop it now. Esper Sentinel's good. Let's run out Esper Sentinel. Let's activate Aether Vial. Flickerwisp into play. Flicker our Touch the Spirit Realm. Our opponent can have back their expedition map if they want it, because I'm just going to pass the turn. Flickerwisp will return. Touch the Spirit Realm will take out the Golos. Pass it there. All right, they're cracking the expedition map. Now, unfortunately, if they have another Cabal Coffers, which is what they're getting, they might just be able to hardcast Nemrical here. It's a possibility. I haven't counted. I'm not going to count. 7 mana. Damnation. Okay. Wipes our board. Go to our turn. I am going to tick up Aether Vial. Play out Ghost Quarter. Let's take out a Cabal Coffers. Pass the turn there. I'm not getting Yorion to hand deliberately here. They run sorcery speed hand hate. I want an Aether Vial up to 5 before I do that. All right, Profane Tutor from our opponent and a Verdant Catacombs. They're just passing the turn there. Let's go to our turn. Let's say yes to the Aether Vial. Seat of the Empire. Let's just get our boy to our hand. Pass the turn there. Cracking the Verdant Catacombs. Get themselves a swamp. Profane Tutor ticking down. So they're going to be able to get a removal spell for our Yorion, unfortunately. That's frustrating. Thoughtseize. So now we're going to activate Aether Vial. Yorion into play. Not exiling anything. All right, they go down to 13. I suppose there's a world where we should have flickered our Aether Vial. Maybe it is this world. Don't know. All right, Aether Vial can stay on 5 though. Let's run out another copy of Aether Vial. Go to combat, attack for 4. Nothing from our opponent. Unfortunately, this Profane Tutor is just going to be able to get them a big Planeswalker or something that they can use to eat our Yorion. They channel the Abandoned Mire, so they get to mill 3 cards and return a creature or Planeswalker card from their graveyard to their hand. They have no creatures, so there's a Liliana of the Veil and a Karn. Gross. Which one do they go for? They went for Karn. Okay, because they can get the Liliana off the Profane Tutor, I guess, if they wanted it. Archon of Cruelty. Okay. Our next card had best be a Solitude. They run out of Karn, the Great Creator. Tick it down. What do they reveal? Pithing Needle. Okay. To name Aether Vial, maybe? The cards that are already shut off by your Karn? Okay.
What, you fell into a vat of redundancy?
Solitude off the top, please. Come on. I'm a very lucky player. So I should wait for the beginning of combat on their turn, I believe. All right, Karn's going to reveal an artifact. This is why we wait. So Karn's going to get something, and it's not dependent on the Archon being gone already. Torpor Orb. They cast Torpor Orb. In response, Solitude. Let's take out that Archon. Now there is a Torpor Orb on the battlefield, so we're going to have a hard time. We need another Touch the Spirit Realm to get around that, but we dealt with the Archon. Another copy of Karn the Great Creator. Okay, they're ticking it up or down? Down. What do they reveal this time? Ensnaring Bridge would suck. Walking Ballista, which can deal with our Solitude. Ah, dear. Okay, Walking Ballista, X equals 3, shoots the Solitude, and shoots the Solitude. Going to need something good here, Dak, please. I don't know what it would be, but something. It's not great. Got to run it out, I suppose. Pass the turn there. Lots of mana from our opponent. Karn's revealing. Bolus Citadel. Sure. Let's see what this is all about.
You have failed.
Fatal push. Sure. It misses. Blood Chief's Thirst. That's better. They paid the kicker. They swing in for 1. We're just going to take it. Go to our turn. Most of our deck is shut off. I mean, that's not. So, I mean, we'll play it, but there's no Urza Sagas or anything in there yet, so it's going to take some time. Marsh Flats. Bolus Citadel is now a creature. Another Karn. It's getting ridiculous. Reveals. Another Golos. Okay, they play Golos. Look, we're never beating this. Okay, so we know what they're about. They're like a Super Friends artifact deck, so we have plenty of cards that we can use to beat them. So let's just scoop it up, save some mental clarity, get a Sanctifier in there, get a Seal of Cleansing in there. Drannith do anything? Yeah, Drannith does something there. Doing stuff with that. Pithing Needle and Relic both in. I don't think Grafdigger's Cage does anything though. Okay, that's a lot of cards coming in, but they all seem pretty useful. So I think we have to cut Eater of Virtue, unfortunately. Let's cut Cloudsteel Kirin. Spirited Companions are another card that we cut easily. And then we've got Sanctifiers and Drannith Magistrates. So what are we upgrading here? Hand Hate deck, I generally cut some Aether Vials, and then we just cut one Thalia, I think. Run it back like that. All right, let's go first. Reveal our Yorion. It's a really good one lander I'm going to keep.
You maniac! Damn you! God!
I know you're all going to yell at me, but I mean, look at it. We've got, even if we never draw another land, we have a play for 3 turns. So I think we're good. Plains, Esper Sentinel, pass the turn there. Would love an Urza Saga off the top. Swamp, they're just passing. Plains off the top, maybe? Would love a Plains. Drannith, okay. Well, Esper Sentinel, go to combat, attack for 1, pass the turn there. Swamp, Profane Tutor, okay. Go to our turn. Give of Runes isn't bad. Esper Sentinel, go to combat, swing in for 2, pass the turn there. Profane Tutor, ticking down. Verdant Catacombs from our opponents. They're going to be able to pay for all our Esper Sentinels. I need to draw a land right now. Didn't hit it. Give of Runes, swing in for 3, take it down to 14, pass the turn there. Look, it was a risky hand, but we're basically time walking them here, I think, unless they're not going to pay. All right, they're cracking the fetch. I think they're going to pay. They're down to 13. They pay for 1. They pay for 2. Do they pay for the 3rd? They do. Now, an Engineered Explosives would be very painful here. Cabal Coffers, which doesn't tap for mana currently. Go to my turn. There's the Plains. So then let's go to combat. Swing in for 3. Run out Stoneforge Mystic. Let's get a Kaldra. Pass the turn there. Down to 10. Urborg. Okay. 7 mana. Damnation and pays for all my Esper Sentinels. Yeah, it's fair. Okay. Go to my turn. Another land is good. Let's lead on Lion Sash. Pass the turn there. Verdant Catacombs. Thoughtseize. Sure, take what you want. Takes the Drannith. Okay. Liliana of the Veil.
Oh my God, no!
Up or down? Ticking down. Let's take out there. Verdant Catacombs, I guess. Sacrifice the Lion Sash. Khan the Great Creator. Ticks up. Okay. And has an expedition map. Gross. Well, let's go to my turn. Plains is pretty neat. Seal of Cleansing. Blow up the expedition map. Pass the turn there. Ticks up Liliana. Bye-bye Kaldra. They discarded a Castle Lochthwain. They tick down Khan. Worm Coil Engine. Certainly a clock. They run out the Worm Coil Engine. Let's go to our turn. Let's cast Touch the Spirit Realm. Take out the Worm Coil. Pass the turn there. They are empty-handed. They have 2 Planeswalkers on board, but we have Pithing Needles. Blast Zone hurts. They make us discard our Touch the Spirit Realm. Tick down their Khan. What are they getting now? Golos. Oh dear. I think keeping that hand might have been a mistake. I mean, we taxed them. We definitely taxed them. It's turn 8, but we're still only on 4 lands. Well, looks like they're going for a big goal. Lost turn. Sure, what do you hit? Thoughtseize. Cool. Well, let's go to my turn. Urza Saga helps. Let's pass the turn there. Unfortunately, Khan might just be able to get Pithing Needle. Marsh Flats from our opponent. Ticking up the Liliana. Going for another Golos spin. Expedition map and Profane Tutor. So they cast Profane Tutor, get whatever they want into their hand. Emrakul, and that's the game. All right, bye-bye. That was awful.
Round 5.
Look at that. 1,700 people playing and none of them want to play with me. It's like primary school all over again. Be strong, Chippy. Be strong for mama. Alright, final round. Let's reveal the Yorion. Keeping this hand. Scalding Tarn from our opponent. Oh no, not another Murktide deck. Plains into Esper Sentinel. Opponent cracks the Scalding Tarn. Ketria Triome. Oh no. Is that better or worse? I don't know. Pass it there. Mountain. They're just passing it there. Okay. Giver of Runes is good, but I think we go Plains Spirited Companion. Draw a card. Opponent casts Dead on our Esper Sentinel. Okay, so Cascade deck maybe? I'd say it's Cascade then. Yeah. Rhinos. Ooh, Solitude's good. Pass the turn there. Wooded Foothills. They're just passing. Let's go to our turn. Plains and Giver of Runes. Pass the turn there. No attacks. They're cracking the Wooded Foothills. Breeding Pool. Untapped. Violent Outburst. Into a Crashing Footfalls. Okay. Now they revealed 11 cards. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, just pretty standard Rhinos list, I guess. Awesome. Let's just dismiss those. Now let's cast Solitude by exiling the Flickerwisp. Doing this in response to the Violent Outburst. so they don't gain as much life. Bye-bye Rhino. Bye-bye Solitude. You will be back in the next end step. Pass the turn there. Suppose maybe there was an argument for not playing the Giver of Runes there because Flickerwisp's better against Rhino tokens than Giverers. Maybe. Stomping Ground from our opponent. Untapped. Interesting. They swing in for 4. I'm just going to take it. Touch the Spirit Realm. Bringing back my Solitude. Petty Theft on my Giver of Runes. Okay. Is this so they can fire the Solitude? Well, I'll take out the Rhino token. Go to my turn. Ice one of my lands. Okay. Thalia is pretty cool. I think this screams Fury. What they're doing, I think, is screaming Fury to me. So let's go to combat, attack them for 4. We gain 3, back up to 19. Let's run out Giver. Let's take out their Triome. Pass the turn there. Island. That turn would have been amazing if they didn't have that ice. Would have had the Thalia down as well. I would have felt so secure. But it looks like they're just passing, so Giver comes back and can protect the Solitude now. Relic's all right. Horizon Canopy, Relic of Progenitus, Thalia. This means if they got a trick, they got to do it now. Could just be an endurance, I suppose. They're trying to pay costs. They're thinking about something. Fire on my Giver of Runes. Let's try and give Solitude pro-red. Now, if they had the red spell, so it's pro-green then. No, they don't have 2 mana. Yeah, okay, pro-red, I guess. So Giver of Runes is going to go. So do we crack the Relic now? No, I don't think so. Go to combat, swing in for 4 again, because this is screaming a Fury. This must be what they have. They must have a Fury. There's the land. Called it. All right, let's pop the Relic now. Plains is not great. So they have a Fury. They're down to 1 card in hand though. They are wiping our board though, which hurts. They do have this Brazen Borrower as well, which is a little annoying, but who knows? Maybe we'll draw out of this. That's not what we need. So crack the Horizon Canopy to draw. That certainly helps. Okay, so let's run out Aether Vial. And yeah, let's just run out the Giver now. Pass the turn there. Steam Vents. Untapped. Okay, they got some spells to cast. Swing in for 6. We're going to take it. Down to 15. Go to our turn. Aether Vial ticking up. Hall of Heliod's Generosity is actually really good. Yes, it is. Okay, play the Hall. Pass the turn there. They cast Brazen Borrower. They swing in for 9. We're going to take it. Down to 6. Opponent's going to bounce my Aether Vial back to hand. Okay, let's put Spirited Companion back on top of the deck. Let's go to my turn. Let's run out Spirited Companion. Draw a card. Plains isn't bad. Let's play Plains. Let's run out Aether Vial. Could get Yorion to hand here. That might be the play. Oh, the Brazen Borrower has flash. We're just dead. Okay, scoop it up. Okay, Sanctifiers come in. Drannith Magistrates come in. Burrenton Forge-Tenders come in. I think we can ditch the relics. They don't really use their graveyard for anything. And Lion Sash can probably go. Cloudsteel Kirin. Don't think we need the Expedition map loops for this one. 3 more cuts. I'm going to take out a couple of Skyclaves because they don't deal with the tokens at all. Go down to 1, I think. Yeah, just leave 1. Can't think of anything that punishes us for that. I'm sure there's something. We'll find out. All right, run it back like that. Let's go first. I'm not keeping a 1-lander. Think we can keep this one. Plains, Giver of Runes, go. They didn't have the fancy land, so it's not like they're going first this time. Mountain, passing. Okay. Solitude's great. Plains, Thalia. Now they're pausing because they're thinking they might just kill the Giver. There it is. Dead. Thalia is now here. Let's pass the turn there. Hope they don't have removal for it this turn. Wooded Foothills. And they are passing. That's good for me. Plains is great. Let's go to combat. Swing in for 2. Take it down to 18. Pass the turn there. Cracking the Wooded Foothills. Getting a Steam Vents tapped. Forest. They're passing. Let's go to combat. Swing in for 2. Pass the turn there. Island. This could be the turn. They're just suspending a Crashing Footfalls. Okay, I can handle that. I hope. Drannith's pretty good. Let's go to combat. Swing in for 2. I really want to run out this Drannith now. I think I got to. Drannith Magistrate. Pass the turn there. Hopefully we get to untap. Petty Theft on my Drannith Magistrate. No, let's let that happen. We have the answer for the Crashing Footfalls anyways, if they're cascading. So this Crashing Footfall's ticking down to 3. They do hit the land. Stomping Ground, untapped, just passing though. Esper Sentinel. Sure, let's run that out. Violent Outburst, cascading. Hits the Crashing Footfalls. Couple of Rhino tokens. Esper Sentinel comes down. So we could Solitude now. We should have done that before the Violent Outburst resolved, shouldn't we? I think we're going to Solitude later. We're going to run out Drannith Magistrate now, and we'll just pass the turn. No attacks. All right, Crashing Footfalls ticking down. Scalding Tarn from our opponent. They crack it down to 10, getting an island. I think they were just trying to cast the Brazen Borrower there. They can't, thanks to our Drannith. They swing in for 4. We're just going to take 4. Not greedy. I don't need to block just yet. Go to my turn. Burrenton's real good. Let's cast Burrenton. Protection from Fury now. All right, that resolved. Touch the Spirit Realm can just straight up remove a Rhino as well. Interesting. Let's just pass the turn there. Petty Theft. Targeting the Thalia. Okay, are you paying the 1? They are. Let's protect Thalia here. This means the Petty Theft goes to the graveyard. Pass it there. Crashing Footfalls ticking down. Opponent swinging in with 1 Rhino. We're going to take it. Down to 12. End step. Thalia's coming back. Go to my turn. Ghost Quarter is a good pickup. Let's run out Flickerwisp. Let's just take out the untapped Rhino. Then I think we pass the turn. No attacks. Flickerwisp. The end step can't bring back the Rhino. Petty Theft. What's the bet? It's targeting Drannith. Oh, sure is. Yeah, wasn't a lot we could do about that, which means there's going to be some more Crashing Footfalls tokens coming back. Yep, comes off Suspend. Opponent has to spend 2 mana or else we're going to get some cards out of the deal. All right, that's a bunch more Rhinos. They swing in for 4, take it down to 8. Shardless Agent. Yep, that's a little excessive, opponent, don't you think? It's another Crashing Footfalls and the Shardless Agent. All right, let's go to my turn. Give of Runes isn't bad, but I think we're just dead. Okay, let's cast Drannith. Stop the Brazen Borrowers coming out. Cast Aether Vial, I guess. Pass the turn there. This is terrible. I think we are just dead no matter what we do. Okay, so they swing in. Let's go to blocks. We're going to put Drannith and Flickerwisp in front of 1. Thalia in front of that thing, the Shardless Agent. Burrenton and Esper Sentinel in front of the other. And if we Skyclave that one, we lose. Okay, cool. Yorion taxes using Eater of Virtue and touch the Spirit Realm. Ah, boy. All right, so we went 2-3, and I'll be honest, I have not failed to go positive with taxes for an incredibly long time, and the first time I play a Yorion list in a very long time is the first time I don't go positive. Maybe that's just bad luck. I am also noticing just now that there's only 14 cards in the sideboard now. That's probably my bad. I probably built the sideboard and went, no, I need 14 cards so I can put Yorion in, but Yorion was probably already in there. But overall, especially in those few early games, the deck felt pretty good. Like, we were able to do some pretty cool things. In game 2 against that Ponzeri list, or the Big Red list, Yorion definitely won those games. Now, whether or not we'd be in that situation if Yorion wasn't in the deck list, I don't know. Obviously, you can't know those things, but Yorion won those games. So I'll credit where credit's due. We would not have won those games without Yorion as our companion with our deck built like this. I suppose that's where Yurion's a bit more difficult than the other companions to gauge, because you have to make such dramatic changes to your deck, whereas if you had the other companion restrictions and you could still run a 60 card list, you'll be able to know, okay, right now I will be getting Yorion, and if I wasn't running Yorion as a companion, I would be losing this game because I would have built my deck the same. Fortunately, we can't know that because we have to put in the extra 20 cards. Hall of Heliod's Generosity loops with Seal of Cleansing and Touch the Spirit Realm won us games. Our opponents saw them and they conceded because they couldn't get through them. And that turned an unwinnable matchup, or what I consider an unwinnable matchup, into a win, which is good. However, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but with this list, and maybe it's because we're running Yorion, I'm going to assume it is because this doesn't happen when I'm not running Yorion. All our games were either 2-0s or 2-1s, which means every match we're at least losing 1 game. Now, previously, with our other 60 card Eater of Virtue list, our wins were 2-0s. There were a few 2-1s, I will admit, but there were a lot more 2-0s, and our losses were generally 1-2s. So I think we have a lot more fight in the 60 card variant. But I'll say it again, look, I had fun winning with Yorion. Yorion was certainly a house in some decks, and being able to get it out and get that free card is powerful. But I mean, at what cost? I mean, I feel like I know what I'm doing with taxes, particularly 60 card. And really, Yurion's very good, but is he good enough to run in the main deck? And the answer seems to be no. I'm not seeing anyone run him in the main deck. And that's the clincher. If it's good enough, you can run it in the main. That's my thinking. And maybe at this point, it is just down to preference as to whether or not you run Yorion or whether you go 60 card. I'm definitely in the 60 card camp because I think all we got from the mana base for running this was we got an additional Hall of Heliod's Generosity on top of what else we were doing, 3 Tectonic Edge, and 5 more planes. Okay, so our mana base just gets diluted from our utility lands, so we're running more basics. Which is good, basics are good, they helped us against that Blood Moon list. But then we're forced to run an expedition map, that's an extra slot that gets taken up, because then we can run these Hall of Heliod's Generosity loops, which is fine. Maybe it's not optimal, but it's fine. I figured out what that last sideboard slot was meant to be. That was meant to be an Elixir of Immortality for the Burn matchup, Burn and Mill. But look, I was very excited to play this list. I did put as much effort into it as I do all my others. We had loops that would work very well if they got to go off, but unfortunately I just don't think the consistency's there. Now I will admit I did the silly and I kept a few 1-lane hands when I probably shouldn't have, but I do that with 60 card as well, so don't start saying that's the reason. Look, it's been very interesting, and I won't lie, I have had fun. I do have fun playing with Yorion. It's a cool card. I just don't think we win very much when we run it. So I've had fun. I've had a good time. I hope you've had a good time. And until next time, have fun.